May our hearts be full like our dreams tonight. May we sing and dance till we lose our minds. We are only young if we seize the night. Tonight we own the night. Tonight we.
Hi, Room 21 Rockstar families, and welcome to our weekly VODCAST. It's so great to see all of you. It was so great to get an entire week of school in last week, and I'm crossing my fingers that will happen again this week. I have a ton of strategies, and then I'm going to get you guys off to the strategy session for the week. First of all, I would like to congratulate this week's Rock Star of the Week, Ms. Sarah Ensley. Sarah has been incredible in terms of stepping it up with her attitude of no fear. She's starting chants in class with an amazing amount of passion. She's greeting folks with a complete greeting, asking questions in return, but once again having that amazing passion and interest and energy in all of her greetings. And for all of those reasons, I wanted to recognize her as being this week's Rock Star of the Week. So congratulations, Sarah. It was well earned. A couple of other quick announcements, guys. Our Scholastic Book Fair is coming up all this week. We will go down during the day tomorrow to browse, and then after that, your scholar can bring in money if they'd like to purchase anything at the book fair, and I'll let them go down at various times throughout the day. Coming up on Wednesday, we have Jump Rope for Heart Day. Just a couple of quick reminders with that. First of all, make sure that your scholar wears a nice pair, a pair of sneakers or something that they're able to jump rope in. Boots and other things might not be very conducive to jumping rope in the activity room. We will eat lunch in the classroom that day, and I did promise the scholars that we would have pizza for something a couple of weeks ago in class. So, no reason to pack anything that day for your scholar, as we will all have some pizza, chips, and some juice that day in class. And then this Friday, we have report cards coming home. You're going to receive a Stafford County report card and also the Barrett Academy report card. I'm working really hard on those, giving some amazing feedback. I'm just so proud of your scholars. This is just like a nice little celebration, honestly. If you have any questions about those report cards, though, when they come home on Friday, please do not hesitate to contact me. And if your scholars would like to exchange Valentines, we'll take some time at the end of the day on Friday during writing. They can do so. I provided a class list in case they're interested in doing that, but once again, no, they do not have to participate if they do not want to. No real big celebration or anything in terms of that. Next Monday, barring the fact that we have school all week, is a day off for students, as that is President's Day. And finally, let me see if I have any other announcements. Oh, I did put on this week's newsletter under the Mark Your Calendar section. Just mark on your calendar the day April 30th. That is our annual Room 21 trip to Washington, D.C. We study a lot of cool things in class, so we'll be hitting a couple of areas there. And I was able to book that for April 30th this year. So make sure that you mark that on your calendar. It is going to be an amazing day for your scholar in Washington, D.C. And that is a Saturday, by the way. So just make sure you put that on your calendar ahead of time so that everyone is able to come. Now I'm going to send you guys off to the strategy session, and I'll see you on the... Hey, Room 21 Rockstars, I'm starting off on our class webpage, recordrockstars.weebly.com. I have a ton of different strategies for us to go ahead and look at this week. So let's go ahead and get started. Heading over to the VODCAST tab on our website, a couple of unique things this week that you can complete at home for some house points. Number one, I did send home that review last week for quarter two for the benchmark, and you can earn house points with that. Remember, I said it's not homework, but you can do it if you'd like to, or if we happen to have a snow day this week, you could also complete that as well. I have one final quarter two math review Google form that you can complete at home as well. Okay, and there's a bunch of different problems dealing with the equivalent fractions and decimals. And then you will see problems dealing with just, the equivalencies that we practice in class. Then you'll find some computation of decimals. And finally, you'll find some elapsed time. Okay, so if you don't want to do all of it, you can do part of it. And you can get 2 house points per problem that you show your work for and bring into class. So, that's totally up to you guys. What component, what part of it would you like to complete? And then you can go ahead and bring that into class. Okay, I also left up last week's. Those are still worth 1 if you want to complete those, and one with the skier guys on. But the one that is new for this week is a Final Quarter 2 Math Review Google form right here in front of us on our screen. The Math Challenge of the Week is going to stay the same for one more week. Okay, you have to look at the palindrome. Okay, so the number, for instance, 2002 is considered a palindrome because if I write it backwards, it is going to be the exact same thing. Some other palindromes would include noon and mom and too hot to hoot. What you have to do is you have to find, okay, 5 years prior to 2002, that would be palindromes, and then also 5 years after 2002 that would happen to be palindromes. You can go ahead and complete that and get 5 house points if you put that into the front envelope in the classroom. That is our math challenge of the week. Okay. I also still have this one up if you didn't complete this one yet. I thought this was cool to kind of practice order of operations as well. For reading this week, if you guys check out right here, I would like you to write about your reactions about the book so far. What interests you? What do you still have questions about? And then you can go ahead and post that on the Padlet. Remember to do that, all that you simply have to do is click on the Padlet, put your name up top. You only have to put your first name, and then you can go ahead and write, record, etc. Just like that. Okay, moving on down, the writing fix of the week in time for the Super Bowl tonight. I would like you to complete this for 5 house points, and you can share it during Sacred Writing Time this week. Explain a football game from the perspective of a football helmet. And no, those two teams are not my favorite teams, but preferably you could tell the story from, the view of a Pittsburgh Steelers helmet and all of the awesome championships that they have won, but choose any helmet you like. Tell a story, tell the game of football, tell the Super Bowl through the perspective of a football helmet. Okay? And then finally, down in science this week, I've given you the task. Okay, we're actually going to start sound this week, but we still have to continue to think about and refresh and master the ideas from light because the two are very closely related. And we're going to be comparing and contrasting the qualities and characteristics of light and that of sound. So what I would like you to do is to create a Google slide, okay, that includes these words right here. These are all the major terms and topics that we discovered with the light unit. Now you might be like, so you have two options. Number one, you could simply go to your Google Drive if you'd like to, if you prefer that method, and actually just create your own slide and include that. Or you could come home here, go down to our Google Classroom link, which is way down under Scholar Links. You'll find our classroom hooked up right here. And then you will find that I have put that right here as an assignment, and then you can open up the Light Study Guide, and that can be your slide, and everybody's going to get a copy of that, so it's going to be available right there. Okay, so one of two ways you can create your own Google slide in Drive, or you can use the one that I provided to you. The only thing that I would ask you to do is actually to provide the link right here on this Padlet. So how do you do that? Well, first of all, I would probably want to put my name so that I know who it is. And then what you're going to do, let me open up a copy of this so you can see what I mean. So you're in your Google slide. Well, how do you provide a link to that slide? You're going to come up to the blue share button. Okay, and you're going to click on Get Shareable Link. And you're simply going to highlight this, and typically it already is highlighted. And I'm going to copy it. Okay. And then I'm going to come back to our website and simply, in the Write Something, paste. Okay, and then that becomes an editable link just right there. Okay, so watch that part of the video again, or you can simply share it via email, my Google email, reichardn@kwbes.net, if that works as well. Either way works for me, guys, but that's a great opportunity for you to earn 20 house points, because that's going to take you some time, and also get ahead with your science, as we'll be, reviewing those concepts coming up this week. So, our secret hashtag of the week, worth 5 house points this week, is hashtag classroom instruments. I'm so incredibly excited for what that hashtag means later this week with our sound unit. It is going to rock your socks off, scholars. I am so incredibly proud of you, but I will see you in a bit later this week. Now I'm going to send you back over to Mr. Reichard in person. Okay, Room 21 Rockstar families, I hope that those strategies were successful. If you ever have any questions, comments, or concerns about any of those, please do not hesitate to contact me. I hope that we have an entire full week, but, with a chance of snow, you never know. But, as always, there's a ton of strategies online. I also provided your scholars with a few house point opportunities in preparation to review our quarter 2 math that we've learned. We'll be taking our benchmark this week. So they can also, work on those if they'd like to, in case we do have a snow day at some point this week. But your scholars are incredible, as always. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact me, because you guys are the very best families in Stafford County. And I will see you guys all next week.
May our hearts be full like our dreams tonight. May we see